a part of my life since very, very young. Growing up, smelling those aromas, waking up to it, knowing my mom was in the kitchen, would get me out of bed real quick so I could see what was going on. Every Sunday, it was Sunday gravy with pasta, salad, fresh Italian bread from the local bakery. You know, that was a tradition in my house. Birthdays, all the family would get together, same type of meal, whether it be lasagna or baked ziti or manigot. You know, that was very traditional growing up. So we always ate dinner as a family. That was one thing that, you know, my mom and my dad were very, very keen on, was everybody sits down. No TV, nothing like that, no iPads. We were sitting together as a family. I got into ballet, and then I was in tap, and I did jazz very young. I was on a swim team. I was on 3 different basketball teams. So being part of a team has always been a huge part of my life. And bringing that dynamic of leadership and team orientation into the kitchen has really helped me grow as well. So I really didn't know until one night at my friend Amber and John's house. We used to have dinner parties at their house, and I forget what I made, what the dish was, but Amber said to me, she's like, "Why don't you go to culinary school?" And I said, "Oh, why don't I go to culinary school?" So that kind of started it, and I started researching different culinary schools, Johnson & Wales, the Cordon Bleu. So yeah, I didn't know until later in life, and it was thanks to one of my friends who kind of put the bug in my ear.
Michele has always had a spark for what she does. Those are the people that you want to see bloom and blossom. When I got here in 2016, Michele was already here, and she was working at the West Clubhouse as a sous chef.
Being here for the amount of time that I've been here, stepping foot on this property, having the mentor that I've had has really helped me grow into this role. And at one point, I didn't think I was ready for it. But when I finally got into the position, yeah, I knew I was ready.
For her to be the first female chef at Bentley Village after all of these years, I mean, we're over 40 years old here, she's making history for Bentley Village.
My main responsibilities are overseeing the culinary programs throughout this entire campus, from the care venues all the way to the West Clubhouse. We have a daily menu that we run, plus 2 weekly menus in both restaurants, plus special menus for events like the seafood buffet we have starting today. My job doesn't start and stop there. It starts with walking in the morning and seeing how the team's doing. If they're missing anything, you know, I'm usually the main point of communication. Maintaining the separate identities of the restaurants has been a little bit of a challenge because the residents want what they want, and if it was up to them, we'd be serving hamburgers in every restaurant. Most of our menus are resident driven. I get recipes, I get feedback, I get emails. Most of the time, whatever they ask for, it gets put on the menu. And it's instant gratification for them because they know that you're listening.
Nothing's cookie cutter here. You know, whatever restaurant you're eating in today is going to be not the same as the other 3. She can defend what she does and why she does it. She doesn't just, you know, go to the shelf and pull something. She does her research. She knows the science behind why this sugar would be better than that sugar, why these oils are the ones that are healthy, but they also are going to make the food taste excellent.
I feel a responsibility to constantly set the bar a little bit higher and show them things that they've never seen before. They don't have to go down to Fifth Avenue. They don't have to travel to Italy. They don't have to travel to France because I can bring it right here. We have everything from mint, parsley, thyme. We've got rosemary out there, sage. We have nasturtiums. Everything that's sustainable with this type of environment, I wanted to grow. I really want this property to be as sustainable as possible. So I'll just walk out there and just start clipping herbs, and they all go, "Oh, what's going on out there?" Because sometimes they forget that they're sitting out there. So it's a really great way to, again, interact with the resident.
When you have a chef that's so committed to the presentation, to the flavor, to the composition of the plate, knows why she built it that way, we can't lose.
For other female cooks and chefs to see it is possible for a woman to run the biggest property in the company and it not be a man is a huge thing. Not to mention being a member of the LGBTQ community is also another major stride as well. It's possible to break glass ceilings. Don't underestimate yourself because you can do it. What brings people together when you think about it? What always brings people together is food. Food nourishes everyone, and it doesn't have to be a senior, but we make all the meals for the employees too, so it goes from employee to resident. We're nourishing everybody on this campus.